Let's talk about energy. Energy, scientifically speaking, is defined as the ability to do work. Science fiction and popular culture seem to think of energy as this abstract, flowy presence reserved for lightsabers and laser guns wielded by purple space bugs, but the truth is, energy is much more fundamental than that. Processes in your body are using energy right now more efficiently than any system ever designed by a human, which makes sense. Evolution has had billions of years to perfect its process. Let's take a step back for a minute. In this video from YouTube channel Vintage Space in a series called Amy's Soapbox, Amy bravely presents an opinion that's pretty unpopular in popular science at the moment. Simply put, she thinks that we should focus our resources on more scientific endeavors, and that reaching and colonizing Mars should not be a priority.
So I can hear you guys yelling at me in the comments already because I know this is a deeply unpopular opinion to have.
First of all, I find it pretty disturbing that Amy felt the need to present her opinion alongside a request to not be abused in her own comments section. This is science, people. Science. Be civil, for Christ's sake. But truly, I feel Amy makes some great points in this video, and it's definitely worth a watch if you haven't seen it. This girl really knows her stuff. In the video, Amy addresses several major reservations she has about the practicality of reaching Mars. She first mentions that, unlike every other planet and moon in the solar system, we've already had a pretty constant robotic presence on the red planet. She then outlines NASA's plan to get to Mars, which includes the use of a space station they call the Deep Space Gateway, a plan which utilizes technology that doesn't even exist yet. She then points out that sustainable life on the planet for humans, if it is possible, wouldn't be possible for a very long time. Money presents a massive barrier in her eyes as well, and she presents the idea that if we are to visit Mars, maybe a manned mission to the surface could be avoided to save money. She asserts that an unmanned mission to Titan or Europa might be scientifically more interesting, especially seeing as how Titan's environment is similar to how we think primordial Earth may have been. She also outlines a lot of the barriers that would prevent us from executing a successful manned mission to Mars, like the fact that sending a human through that much open space is kind of like sending them through a microwave oven for over a year. And then once we get to Mars, there's nothing to protect us, even there, from the insane amount of radiation. Amy presents that there are two main ways to view the issue, human-centric and science-centric, and that she is, in her words, Team Science. Her argument makes perfect sense. From a scientific perspective, it probably makes more sense to devote our resources elsewhere. We already know a great deal about Mars, so why not spend our time and resources exploring something new, something we know barely anything about? While she prioritizes a science-centric philosophy, I happen to prioritize a human-centric one, but I believe that as it turns out, prioritizing a human-centric viewpoint is more effective either way. Science, after all, is about curiosity, and we're unlikely to uncover anything groundbreaking on a planet we've already explored a good deal. The Kardashev scale is something straight out of science fiction. It seeks to rank the influence of a civilization based not on how many planets they've traveled to or how much they know about the universe, but simply on how much energy they produce. In the end, everything comes back down to energy. Energy is money, power, and longevity. Energy fuels economy, technology, prosperity, and of course science. More energy means faster computers, it means better rockets, it means better rovers, it means we go further, safer. On the Kardashev scale, a Type 1 civilization has the ability to harvest energy directly from their host star. This would probably require building what's called the Dyson Swarm, an array of harvesters in close orbit around the sun. Our journey to Mars is the logical next step in our journey to officially being a Type 1 civilization. A manned mission is practice. Amy discusses this principle a bit, noting that Mars exploration could serve as a stepping stone for further exploration of the solar system, but I see our journey not as an outward one, but an inward one. Sure, we can check to see if there's life on Titan or Europa or any other moon or planet in the solar system, but so what if there is? What do we do with that information once we have it? How does that get us closer to the next discovery? And who cares if we know that life is common, if we're forever bound to this pale blue dot waiting for some cataclysm to wipe us from cosmic history?